I don't even know that I want to go to this dinner.
Today was our final day at Iberostar Selection Cancun, and we only had one real goal. To finally beat this resort's frustrating system and have a nice dinner at a specialty restaurant. But it was also Girls' Day. Trying to wrangle Brandy and Laura for a strict 5:15 p.m. dinner reservation ultimately turned into a babysitting survival mission. Yeah, they were a mess. Plus, stick around to the very end of the video because we're breaking down our entire Iberostar Cancun experience and finally answering the big question from day one. Was the basic selection side experience good enough? Or is the upgrade to the coral level actually necessary? But before we could get to our last day, we had to survive the night before. We just made it back from our wild day trip to Isla Mujeres, exhausted, starving, and determined to eat somewhere other than the buffet. But as we're about to find out, surviving the hotel's own bus was actually easier than getting a table at one of the resort's specialty restaurants.
The saga of the damn restaurants continued. We came back and we were like, we're gonna go check in at one of the restaurants, then go get around and come back and eat. We tried to. So we went to Italian first, which is the second night in a row we've done this exact thing. Went to Italian first. They said they're not taking any more reservations. I'm like, okay. So then we went to the steakhouse. Same thing. Not taking any more reservations. I'm like, you don't even take reservations. It's like their list fills up and then they're closed. So they're not taking any more seatings. And they said you have to arrive at 5:15, period. End of story. And you can guarantee that you're gonna get it if you come at 5:15. So tomorrow night, on our last night, we're gonna go get in a damn line at 5:15 to eat.
Get us a table!
That annoys me, but it's fine.
That's our plans for tomorrow, but we were determined to eat somewhere that was not the buffet this night because at this point it was getting kind of ridiculous. They almost have it set up for failure.
But I can tell you, Iberostar, you gotta change the way you're doing these restaurants because it is a hot topic on all of your social media pages, and I get it because we've had to eat the buffet the last couple nights, which is our fault, but when I asked at the front desk, nobody is helpful. So it sounds like we have to go at 5:15 every night and put our name in, put our room number in, so that we can eat at a sit-down restaurant instead of the buffet. We're gonna find out how this exactly works tomorrow night, so we'll be able to kind of talk to it again. But so far, that is one of the issues that I see. So then we're all like, we're not eating at the buffet tonight. It's not happening. I'm like, there's the American Bistro.
American Bistro is kind of separate from the other restaurants.
You have to walk out past the buffet, turn left at the sidewalk, go all the way down, turn left again, and it's all the way back in the back. So it's hidden.
The location of all the other restaurants on the property are pretty close to each other.
We can see it from our balcony, which is how I knew exactly where it was at.
So we went in there and see if we could get a table in there before heading back to our rooms, and we're told yes, they could find us a spot for 4 in about an hour. I guess they send you a notification, let you know when you're good to go. We went back to our room, we got around for the night, and then headed out to the American Bistro because, let's face it, American Bistro was the only restaurant in this resort that would have us. So, get in there, and I'm looking around, I'm like, this place is actually pretty nice. I don't know, just the overall feel of it, it looks really nice.
The service was okay. Took a while to get drinks, waters and that kind of stuff, but the food came out pretty quick.
The drink was good that I had. It seems as though the specialty restaurants have their own little special drink menus.
James got a Hurt Old Fashioned and I got a rum and Coke, and I'm pretty sure that they left out the rum, but that's okay. I probably could have just used a Coca-Cola. The menu it looked okay.
Menu seemed okay. I got chicken wings as an appetizer. Not the greatest, but they were doable. It's not a whole lot of flavor, that's all.
So I got a bloomin' onion for a starter, and it was so good. Laura got a Cobb salad. The dressing had no flavor at all. It was just like a white dressing. It was supposed to be blue cheese. It was just white cream, basically.
I got tiger shrimp Mexican gumbo, I think is what it was called, as an entree. I don't think anybody was like 100% impressed with their food. My gumbo just felt like a lot of it was almost kind of dry and not a whole lot of flavor. It's kind of bland.
There was like a surf and turf special that came with like mashed potatoes, vegetables, and that's what Laura and I both got. I am not a foodie. Okay, we were gonna preface it with that. I do not expect like a 5-star meal at these resorts. So the lobster tail, that was the literal worst lobster tail any of us had ever had before. The steak was pretty good. The mashed potatoes, nailed them. Veggies were good too. So I was kind of disappointed in that restaurant, but I needed that tonight because I wasn't really that hungry, but I wanted a sit down restaurant because we haven't got to do that yet. So that was our option.
It was a long day. It was like 9:30 and we were like, we're gonna pop into the main entertainment, see what's going on, and then
We went to go down to the entertainment tonight, and it's the rock tails that you have to pay to get into.
we're like, oh, well, that ain't happening. So we turned around and went back up to our room.
But the lack of entertainment that they have around the resort at night is... they had like the guy out by the pool singing tonight. He could sing. He sounded really good. Yeah, they did last night too. The mariachi band was out there last night. The night before that, there was some live entertainment out there. But it's just the resort just like basically halts. About 10:30, yeah, it's done. There's a sports bar. We went there the first night, and it's not really anything to write home about. It's actually just a giant room with one pool table, one bar, and I want to say they're like JBL speakers that they just play really loud, bouncy music, and everyone stands around. It does suck, and the entertainment needs to be better.
The next day would be our last final day of vacation in Cancun, Mexico. And we wanted to be well rested because the ladies have some plans.
Tomorrow is mine and Laura's day.
Brandy looked at me and she said, it's the girls' turn to party.
Laura's gonna blow right now, and if Laura is close to what I am right now, that just indicates that Laura and I will be babysat on Saturday, and y'all are responsible.
You guys can babysit us on the last day of vacation. Let's see what this day brings. All right, Iberostar Selection Day 5. Today was an interesting day. Wow, woke up today and it's raining.
Today started out a little bit rainy. Normally the rains are real quick and they're done. Today it's a little bit longer than normal.
The whole morning it pretty much rained on and off, but you'll have that.
Hopefully the sun comes out to see us soon. Today is what we know in this family as it's girls' day. The guys take care of us all day.
To the showers, ladies.
Yes, you guys need to rinse off.
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah, you do.
They were gonna party today.
Drink number 8. I shall be served food and beverages.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna eat so much food today, it's gonna be disgusting. And hang out in the pool and the beach.
I don't know. To me, that sounds like tequila shots. To me is what that sounds like. The tequila day.
Tequila.
We're doing rain, tequila.
It'll be a great day. And then later on today, we're gonna go to a specialty restaurant. We're gonna be there at 5:15, present, ready to check in. And this is gonna be the final video on the Iberostar Selection Resort here in Cancun, Mexico. And today we will be giving our final thoughts
We're gonna tell you the good, the bad things.
and party it up on the last day. Joe and Laura came to our room and we had our morning coffees. They brought me an Irish coffee from the lobby bar. There are no alcoholic bevies at the coffee shop. So if you want like an Irish coffee or anything along those lines, you have to get it at the lobby. So Joe brought us up one and it was actually really good. Laura didn't like it. I thought it was superb. So first drink out of the way. Done. So we went downstairs and just hung out in the lobby for a little while. Started our day out down there while the storm finished up. The lobby was packed because it was raining outside. So lots of people coming in, lots of people leaving. A big transition day, I feel like.
Bloody Marys at the lobby bar. There was part of the entertainment staff. They asked us if we wanted to do bingo.
So I don't know if they would normally do bingo there, but we were just sitting around kind of waiting for the rain to stop, and that's when they started passing out the bingo cards.
So we got a few bingo cards and we were playing bingo, but it was like,
It was coverall bingo, so it took forever to get through.
we were getting service there in the lobby and we had our bingo cards. I don't even really know what was up for us to even win, but we were playing. Whenever they called a number, if you didn't have the number, you were supposed to say, no bueno.
No bueno.
If you did have a number, you were supposed to say, and then if you got the bingo, you said, tequila.
I'm so close to being able to go tequila.
No, tequila for you.
But we didn't win, so that kind of sucked.
Yeah, we played that for a very long time.
I had fun. It was a nice little break.
It seemed like forever.
We did a secret tequila shot. Well, Laura was in the bathroom.
Yeah, we all took secret tequila shots
Taking tequila shots real quick. Hurry up.
because we're all about keeping secrets from Laura. Because she don't need to know all of our business, you know?
That was the first downfall of my day.
We're finished up our little game in the lobby, and next thing you know, sun starts shining.
As soon as it was done pouring, everything started drying up because the sun came out and it turned into a blazing hot day. Very humid, but beautiful day.
And Brandy was hungry. She wanted a burger. So we went back to the burger place. I think there was a guy like on day 2 that said that the chicken sandwich was good there.
Recommendation from some guy that was there getting himself a sandwich.
So Brandy was like, I gotta get this chicken sandwich that this dude be talking about.
The burger was better.
The highly recommended chicken sandwich wasn't very good. I'm sad. The burger was better.
Or it could have been the fact that we've noticed with the food is kind of inconsistent. We don't have to say it right now. Just kind of throwing that out there right now.
And then James got some tacos at the taqueria.
I felt like smashing a few tacos. So I got 3 different kinds of tacos at the taqueria.
And I also got myself some carnita tacos there. They're so good. There's so many toppings for your tacos there. I'm not really sure what to pick.
I get so intimidated though because I don't know what to put on them. The right things to put on each taco. There's so many different they're for the most part basic Mexican sides, but I know these guys know more than what I do. What's going to taste better on this taco versus this taco? There's a lot of good flavors and you can overpower it.
The lunch options here at this resort is where this place shines when it comes to food. But we'll talk about the rest of the food a little bit later.
We ate that food and then went to the beach.
So we're on the beach. Once again, easy to get chairs. We didn't have a problem finding chairs. And we got 4 chairs under a palapa. But I will say this time we were not getting served as well out on the beach as what we had previously.
I don't think I saw one server.
This was actually the worst day for service that we've had.
And it was the same way around the pool.
Yeah, I feel like that is hit or miss sometimes.
The burger was fantastic. The bacon was nice and crispy, which I
What did
like.
you get? Do you know?
Bacon cheeseburger, 100% beef smash burger. And I put all the good stuff on top.
Good, isn't it?
It was very good.
Delicious burger.
Laura and I got some margaritas, and they were so strong and so gross.
They were starting to get a little tipsy about this point. They both started kicking it up a notch about this time. It really turned into a nice beach day.
And then we went out into the ocean. The water was so beautiful.
The ladies got in the water and they were like little Mexican fish in the sea.
At first, when we walked in, the undertow was very, very prevalent. About takes you under.
Tequila will have that effect on you sometimes.
But once we got out a little bit, it wasn't so bad. So we hung out in there for a little while and had a great time. The water was beautiful.
The water, so blue, so pretty. Me and Joe, we just kind of sat back under the palapa. People out playing volleyball.
But yeah, we went up and rinsed off and found a spot for the pool.
That's when hit the fan.
Laura and I planned on drinking a lot today. I didn't feel like I drank as much as I had anticipated. So we got in the pool for a little while, got some pool drinks.
Walking to the bar.
More tequila. More drinks.
Yeah, just basically hung out.
I can tell you right now, the most frustrating part for me in this whole day is that my whole day is based around me getting to that dinner reservation.
We are having a sit-down dinner tonight, and it's going to be lovely.
So our main goal for the day was officially locked in. The hibachi place was already completely booked up, meaning it was do or die for either the Italian or the steakhouse. We'd eaten at the others, but the ladies were getting started on their own alternative goal for the day, getting completely plastered. Joe was so terrified he might catch whatever bug they had, he stayed out of the pool entirely, just to avoid a full Sloppy Joe activation.
Sloppy Joe activated.
He was playing it safe. Besides, someone had to be the adult in this situation. At this point, Laura was just kicking off her drinking for the day.
I felt it. I heard it in my hand.
Meanwhile, Brandy was completely unimpressed with her BAC test results.
Yeah, I need to go order another drink.
Even Joe, who was pretty casual with his day drinking, only managed to blow a .05.
Need another beer.
So in Brandy's mind, there was only one logical solution.
Another shot of tequila?
Why would we switch it at this point? Tequila.
Oh!
And I'm pretty sure this was the exact shot that pushed Brandy past her limits. We were getting dangerously close to our 5:15 deadline for the Italian restaurant, but we still had just a few minutes to kill. Since the sun was starting to go down, I figured we should meet Joe and Laura out in the sand for one last look at the beach in the daylight.
Let's go to the beach.
But honestly, watching Brandy trying to navigate her way there, I was starting to seriously doubt if this dinner was actually gonna happen.
It was rough getting her out here, but I got her out here.
So
She argued with me the whole way.
she's a .09.
.089. I officially cannot drive
I'm
us
like, Brandy,
anywhere.
this is-
Where's the blower? Get it.
Oh, here we go.
Where's the blower? Mr. James. What's chicken for dinner? Hey, we have to go chicken for dinner. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wait.
It's gonna go this time.
Yeah! Yeah! Mr. James.
Nah. I don't even know that I want to go to this dinner, to tell you the truth.
Dinner.
It's going to be embarrassing as fuck.
Drink number 11.
You got that.
Too much tequila.
Did you guys want to go to this, though? It's 5:07. You could put them to bed and party the rest of the night.
We could.
So our 5:15 dinner deadline had officially arrived. And instead of standing in line at the Italian restaurant, Joe and I were busy hosing the sand off Brandy and Laura.
It's not coming off. I don't
She finally got it.
understand.
Hey,
The sun was getting ready to set. The resort looked absolutely beautiful, but the reality was we were just trying to keep these two upright. And just when we thought we were actually making progress,
We're good. I got you. I got you, girl.
Laura decided this shallow pool was a perfect spot to... It's not what it looks like. At this point, getting into a specialty restaurant was looking like a total pipe dream.
I'm getting sober. I need a shot of tequila.
I do too. Let's go.
But we finally managed to get them inside and make it up to the front desk.
Just went. No, in the.
In the water.
So thanks to our little detours, we completely missed the 5:15 window for the Italian restaurant. The hostess basically told us just to come back later and hope for the best. We weren't ready to give up on this dinner yet, so we headed upstairs to get dressed. But looking at Brandy, I knew just getting her ready was about to be a serious struggle.
Oh, that looks so pretty. I can't. I tried. What?
Brandy's a little drunk right now. She says
Stop.
she don't think this has ever happened to her before, but pretty sure it has.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure it has.
No.
We're trying to make it to at least 2 specialty restaurants at this resort in the 5 days we've been
You know
here.
what would be really great if you would help me. Instead, you sit
I'm
back and
helping you.
struggle.
Brandy, I'm helping you, but when you say, get me my black dress, I don't know where you put your stuff.
No. Go. I'll figure it out.
See, this is what happens when
Yeah.
Brandy's drunk. She gets
I mean-
mean. Bro, she's a mean drunk. She's almost ready.
Tell that man in there that he.
You're doing so good. Finish up. Let's go.
Hey, you're recording because somebody else is present.
Yes.
Stop
Joey?
abusing me. We finally got Brandy ready and marched right back down to the Italian restaurant. I can't remember the exact excuse the hostess gave us at the time, but we were told to come back at 8 p.m. and they should have a table for us. Since nothing felt guaranteed with this system, we still had this lingering fear that we'd get turned away again. We weren't giving up on this dinner, but we were hungry now. So we made a quick pit stop at the buffet for a little appetizer.
We ended up eating like a little appetizer at the buffet while we waited for our table because we were hungry.
To be honest, I wasn't like super hungry, but it was our last day and I get kind of huggish on the last day. Let Brandy rehydrate a little bit. She was starting to come around. Laura was starting to come around about this time. The ladies weren't as drunk as they were. I'm like, man, I'm not sure how this night's gonna end up. 8 o'clock. Are we gonna make it to a specialty restaurant tonight? So after the buffet, we're out at the beach, hanging out at the beach for a little bit. All of a sudden, Laura gets a message that they have a spot for us at the steakhouse because she had put in our name at the steakhouse. So we immediately went to the steakhouse. The restaurant itself looked really pretty different from the other one that we went to.
The guys, they got a shot of Mexican water, and I did not get a shot of Mexican water. I drank some water.
Cheers to a good vacation. You ladies, you don't get to participate in this one, unfortunately.
Not needed.
I missed it.
You missed it.
You gotta do it again.
Your appetizers, you just go up to like the little salad bar area.
They have a nice little salad bar there that had a bunch of delicious things on it. The steakhouse was good.
Jalapeno poppers.
That shrimp cocktail is so.
And then my steak, I got a filet, and it came with mashed potatoes, which weren't as good as the American Bistro mashed potatoes, but they were good, and some mushroom sauce for my steak.
I just got the ribeye and some veggies, which I didn't order much because I was so full. I enjoyed that meal. Joe and I got another round of tequila shots.
It's all right. We did plenty today.
I thought that was a very good dinner. And then we went out, took some photos, and
We were getting tired. We met back at the lobby. Joe and I got another tequila shot, and that was the last tequila shot of this vacation. Kind of hung out for a little bit, then headed back to our room.
tomorrow is our trip home. Miss my kids, so I'm very excited to go home and see them. But we'll miss this warm weather. I do enjoy vacationing in the winter. Coming to the warmth and then going back to the cold always makes me a little more excited for vacations.
We're leaving tomorrow. It's over. Now I gotta put together these videos. I've had a good time here.
The experience was wonderful.
Man, vacation, it just goes so quickly. Since everyone has unique tastes, experiences, and budgets, this is our honest opinion based off of our 5-night stay at Iberostar Selection Cancun in a premium ocean view balcony room. Let's start with the good. The beach is beautiful and the pools were great, plentiful, and spacious. We enjoyed the friendly staff and the lunch options are really where this resort shines. The taqueria and the burger joint were both great. Our room was a great size and very cozy, though we definitely would have preferred the view on the side that Joe and Laura were on because there was just more to look at.
Joe and Laura had a French balcony style, pretty much the same as our room, different view. French balcony means you have about 2 foot out of the room. Really, I probably would have been okay with this. Their view is over the pool. It's gorgeous.
Our AC was so good, we froze. I just had to turn the AC off because we've been freezing our tits off. And getting a free private shuttle for a stay of 5 or more days was a great perk you should make sure you take advantage of. But there were definitely some quirks. First, the water bottle situation. It seems like a good idea, but instead of just automatically replacing your water bottles every day,
I'm not a fan that we have to fill up our waters.
they expect you to fill these jugs at dispensers with a small piss stream coming out. I don't know, maybe that was just us.
There's got to be a better way.
But the entertainment kind of sucked, and the sports bar was a weird space with not much going on. And the beach and poolside service could be hit or miss, or sometimes completely non-existent. But the biggest issue, the specialty dining. I don't know what's going on with that booking situation, but it just really sucks if you stay on the selection side. And that brings us to the big question. Is the basic selection experience good enough? Or is the upgrade actually necessary? Here's how we think it works. Anyone that books a coral room automatically has Star Prestige VIP status. We're assuming that Coral gets first dibs on dining reservations, which is exactly why it's a struggle for standard selection guests to get a spot. Booking Coral also gets you another restaurant, upgraded liquor, an extra pool, better views, and a newer upgraded room with a tub. So is the upgrade worth it? Well, it's complicated. The pricing fluctuates greatly depending on what time of year you stay. There were times when there was only a $300 difference between the Coral room and our balcony room. If that's the case during your stay, that decision is a no-brainer. But when we were looking, the difference was sometimes over $1,000. If you're gonna pay that much extra, you could just look for a different adult all-inclusive within the same price range where the whole resort is geared towards a premium experience rather than just a section of a larger resort. At the end of the day, if you have smaller children and want a laid-back vacation, I could recommend the Selection side. But if your kids are a little older, I feel you could find a better resort in Cancun. If you're an open-minded, go-with-the-flow couple on a budget who snagged a good deal, we really enjoyed this resort. Just keep in mind, we booked early and were there right before peak times, so finding a chair by the pool might be a different story for some of you. Our ultimate verdict is always, you do you. We provide the data and the entertainment, but we don't judge how people spend their money. If you find a deal you like, take it. Just make sure you have your expectations in check. And that's exactly why we do these videos. We also encourage you to watch other videos to help you make a more informed decision because there are a ton of resorts in Cancun. So was this the greatest travel series of all time? I think you know by now that it wasn't. But we're gonna keep trying, because for our next adventure, we're getting back on a ship to experience a cruise line we've only sailed with one other time. Get ready, because I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be the greatest cruise series of all